All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. We are getting started with some coaching like this. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. I love to coach. Why? Because I've figured out over the course of decades of practicing medicine and of living life as a human and of trying to raise children that, you know what? We all know a lot of things. We understand a lot of information. But you and I both know that the point of change doesn't happen with just information. I mean, if we could lose weight by getting information, anybody could do a Google search, find a diet, take the diet, put it in their life, boom, weight loss, done. That's not really how it works though, is it? I mean, it's personal experience, trying many diets, struggling for most of my life. And if you want to see some of that weight loss story stuff, just go back to some of these videos. You'll see my story, especially in the last series. I talked about it. But I know personally, a diet is not the thing that will fix weight loss. And for most of us who've struggled, there's a lot more to the story. So what makes the difference? Mindset. When your brain supports your decisions, that's when the magic happens. And so even if you have decided, I want to lose weight, even if you see a problem and you decide the fix is to get this weight off. I've been to my doctor and they tell me I'm pre-diabetic, and I know that if I lose 20 pounds that I can reverse this. You're absolutely right. You have information. How are you going to fix it though? You got to change your mind, because all of the routine, normal thinking and way of being is what has created where we are right now. And so we're going to get into that one in the next video, the discussion between where we are and where we want to be and how we get from what we're looking at to taking command of our brains. But for this one, I want to talk to you about the very first step we have to take when we start trying to change our minds, when we start trying to get into mindset work. And if you're not trying to lose weight, this information you can apply anywhere in your life. And that's kind of some of the beauty of coaching, is once you start to really focus in on one area that you're trying to change, and for a lot of us, what we're working on is weight, but whatever it is, it starts to expand into other areas of our lives, and we start to see our mindset around all kinds of other things, not just weight and food. So the very first thing, I don't want to keep you from it too much longer, but one thing, don't forget, subscribe and hit your notifications. I don't want you to miss any of these episodes because they build and they have all different kinds of tools that I'm going to give you in this series. So don't miss one. Okay. What's the biggest thing? What's the number one thing? Now, there's a lot of things that we do when we start coaching that really build the groundwork, the basement level, as it were, so that we have something to build on top of. And we do all kinds of things. We try to get to really the reason behind why we're trying to lose weight and get the compelling why for all that. And there's a bunch of ways and discussions and tactics and things that we work on. But I will tell you, the number one thing we develop over the course of our relationship coaching is something called awareness. And awareness is critical because most of what we do, most of the time, especially by the time we reach adulthood, is on autopilot. It's rote. It is the stuff that we do without really thinking. We know how to walk. We know how to eat. We know how to tie our shoes. We know how to, answer the phone. We know how to pour a glass of water. It's all basic. It's nothing new. We're not trying to learn anything with any of that. It's just things we know how to do. The problem comes in when we're talking about weight loss is the way we have developed our pattern of thinking around food and around meals and about what food is for and all those sorts of things comes from automatic thinking. Now, your automatic thinking is your friend when you want to pour a glass of water. when you're trying to change how you approach food and getting to the place where you can actually shift over and over and over again and lose weight, automatic thinking is not your friend. And so the tool of becoming the observer, of developing awareness, is critical. So what is the observer? The observer is actually you watching your mind. So catch that again. It's you watching your mind. Now, a lot of us think our mind is in charge of us. Point number one, most important, is your mind is not in charge of you. Your brain is running things and your brain is offering suggestions. But that's all they are, suggestions. The difference is a lot of the times we agree with our brain. Our brain says, that cookie looks really good. And you go, yep, sure does. And then you eat it because you agreed with your brain. Awareness, taking the observer role, is when you look and you go, oh, my brain thinks that cookie looks good and that would be a good idea to eat it. And then you disagree with your brain because you say, you know what? What I really want, even more than that cookie, is to watch the scale come down. So I'm not going to eat the cookie. It's a step back from allowing your brain's suggestions to just be accepted, every single one of them. So it's watching your own mind. Now, sounds very simple, and it is. That's the great thing about it. Not so easy, though. So, having said that, if the concept of awareness, I want you to try to take that concept into this next week, and I want you to start watching your brain work, watching your brain think, watching your brain make suggestions. Or you might look back and go, wait, why did I do that? And you'll realize because you were on autopilot. So this week, spend some time trying to develop awareness around your thoughts. Okay? Now, if you happen to be one of those people who's already recognized, you know what, I already know it's my brain. This is the problem. I need help getting to awareness, learning how to be the observer, and all the different things that are getting ready to come up in this series. If you already know that you need help and you want to work with me as your coach, email me. Email me at drandreachristianparks@gmail.com. Let's set up a consultation and we will get started working together. All right? I can't wait to see you the rest of the time. I have so much more to give you, and I will see you next week.